Hi everybody, it's fenniefox, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I've been watching a lot of people do building challenges for The Sims 4, and it got me thinking, I can't build a house to save my life, but I do like creating characters in Create-A-Sim. So today, I've decided to create NYAN Cat in The Sims 4. Why NYAN Cat, you ask? I'm going to be honest, I have no clue. I think I just wanted to close out the year of 2020 on a positive, nostalgic note. Without further ado though, here is my creation of NYAN Cat. I was originally going to do a Russian blue breed cat, but as you saw when I tried it, I was like, this doesn't really capture the element of NYAN Cat. Especially with the fur color, it was, again, more of like that bluey gray color. And I ended up going with the British Shorthair cat because they're more like pop-tart shaped? I guess that's what you'd call it. And, well, I like more rectangular body. Here I was doing the... Like, NYAN Cat has this little, like, smile, so what I was trying to do here was I was trying to fill out the smile of NYAN Cat. And with the Sims creation process, it's a lot easier to fill in and then just erase the parts you don't want with stuff like this. As you can see, I tried turning up the smile a little bit, testing out what would make it look the most smiley while still looking sort of natural. That's what I was doing for the lips and just perfecting it. I also made the eyes that like blue color because NYAN Cat in the original has like these black eyes, and I decided that those dark blue eyes were probably the most close to the black color. Oh, and here I did cut a little bit of it out, but when I was doing NYAN Cat's little blush, it's like a pixel blush, so a lot of the times I'm trying to translate this into more real life. So you can see me trying to place the blush a few times because for some reason I kept feeling that it was off. So I tried different angles and I think that was the one I decided to go with. We've moved on to the pop-tart stage. I remember I just deleted it there, but I was doing the outline for the body and then I realized the pop-tart color wasn't quite right. So I had to delete it and start over, but I think it ended up being for the better because I ended up making a nice rectangular body for the cat. Here I go with putting on the frosting for the cat. It was a little difficult trying to do this because it's a Pop-Tart body, but I'm working with a model that's obviously not 2D, so it's like you got the curves of the body, but you're trying to make it look flat in 2D while doing this. But I had a lot of fun figuring it out. I just had to look at it from many different angles. You can see me getting under the arms depending on the positions that NYAN Cat is in. I also was constantly like looking, checking the original reference or the original video for NYAN Cat because I was trying to make sure that the colors were as close as possible to the original. And this decision, when I'm putting black here, I was I guess I was trying to decide, you know, like how to make it more square or rectangle shaped. And so I started putting a black outline around the Pop-Tart specifically, because I don't know, they do this in like stage plays where they have black over the parts that they don't really want the audience to see or to make it seem like invisible, like in musicals and stage plays and stuff. And that ended up sort of having a similar effect in this as well. And this, honestly, making straight lines with this was really hard because the cat was either breathing, and so it's like you're trying to make a straight line when the cat's breathing, and it does eventually stop once you do make the paint line. But it's like, I hope it was breathing at the right moment in order to make the straight line. As you can see, I'm like struggling right here just to make a line. I had to end up doing it in like little increments because it wasn't quite working. And also when you zoom in The Sims, it will make your cat sit. And I was like, no, wait, I need to get the right shape. If it's sitting down, I can't really see it that well. So, as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit with trying to get those nice straight lines. I think I ended up liking the black outline though, because it ends up giving it sort of the impression of being more 2D than it actually is, and being more of a Pop-Tart shaped body. It also has sort of that element from the original because Nyan Cat has like this black outline around the body anyways, and so it's kind of like incorporating that aspect into this final design. I think I realized that that corner was not quite doing the square shape that I wanted because the cat's body is actually curving around to that point, but I did the best with what I had. Now I'm just going underneath, connecting the dots, places that I couldn't see while the cat was standing up. I think here I'm just straightening things up, making it look nice, before going ahead with the next steps. And here I was looking at the reference. Nyan Cat has sort of like, they're like more pixelated, but there's curves to the frosting and the Pop-Tart, so I ended up adding those little like curves in it, making it look more Pop-Tart-esque. And then I wanted the dots to be very similar to the original design. The thing is, with original Nyan Cat, the head's so big, so when I was doing the dots, the back half is probably closest to the original, but the front half is me just randomly putting speckles. And at this point, I am doing the rainbow aspect of Nyan Cat, but I didn't want to do... I've seen some other people when they're creating Nyan Cat. They'll like color the tail of the cat, but in the original design, Nyan Cat still has that little gray tail, even though there's a rainbow trailing behind him. So what I did was I just kind of colored the butt rainbow. And what I'll eventually do later in this is incorporate the rainbow to the bottom of the tail. So if the cat lifts their tail up, it'll look kind of like they have rainbow trailing behind them, while still keeping that nice gray tail. But I think this part took a bit of time because I was trying to keep within the lines a little bit, and then trying to make sure, as you can see here, that all the colors made all the way around in parts that I couldn't see. Now I'm just cleaning up the edges of the pop-tart. Looking at my work, making sure I did a good job. And now we're moving on to the tail part that I was talking about before. I decided that I wanted to make like the colors sort of align to where they were on the butt with the butt colors. So I just kind of went one after another and then just adjusted it as needed. And whenever you're doing stuff like this, it's better to just like over color a little bit and then just use the eraser tool after, or use whatever color is supposed to be there after in order to make it more crisp for the cleanup. And I think right there on the tail is about where it ends on the butt, but I decided to make it go down the entire length of the tail because it just felt like it needed something. Here I'm trying to, when I go to erase it, I'm trying to give the impression that there's still like a regular cat tail there. So it's kind of like an optical illusion. Now I'm cleaning up some of the parts from before, checking to see how it all works together, and then I'm testing out putting more colors on like the back of the legs, but I ended up not liking that and deleted it. Adding some of the pink from the cheeks onto the bottom of the paws, because when you click the, like if you make their nose black, it ends up coloring the cat's ears like slightly black and also the paw pads. But I wanted to add a little bit of that pink on the paws, and I think it just adds a nice touch. Now I'm going in and filling NYAN Cat's name and doing some of the more customizations of voice and eventually their characteristics. Now you probably think NYAN Cat is done by this point, but that's where you would be wrong. Because no, I saw this and I was like, I have to go all the way. I can't just leave it like as is. So as you can see, I'm filling in the blue part because this is supposed to represent the sky in the NYAN Cat video. So I'm going in with sort of like that bluey night sky color and adding it in as needed. Kind of checking to see how it looks like with collars on. If you end up downloading NYAN Cats, I do plan to upload them to the gallery, but you can easily just erase this if you didn't want it with the blue sky, but I just thought it was a nice touch, and it's easier to erase than it is to actually create it, so. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this version. I'm just adding in the stars now. And I'm trying to do it in the style of the video. Like, it's not pixels, but it still has that feeling of being pixelated. Kinda looks like Nyan Cat is wearing some sort of a sweater or something, like, I don't know why, but it reminds me of one of those Christmas sweaters. But that is all we have. This is my interpretation of Nyan Cat. I hope you guys liked it. I made it my own interpretation, so I mean, you could easily find it on the gallery. I will put that in the description below, the name and stuff, and you can update Nyan Cat however you want, but this was just my version of it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, use those paws to press that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!